Guys, let's chat about this match, shall we? Charlie mentioned it. It's a huge rivalry match between the U.S. and Mexico. And what makes this one so interesting, too, is that the narrative has changed around this rivalry. It used to be that Mexico just kind of had the U.S.'s number. But in the last couple of years, it's a different story, Charlie. What's been the difference?
Talent. Right now, the U.S. men's national team have better players. They have more players that are threatening in the attacking third. And Mexico, you lose Chicharito, you lose Carlos Vela.
Raúl Jiménez.
He was never at that level.
No, but you're going Chicharito and Carlos Vela. You're going 4 or 5 years back.
I'm talking about players that really threaten you.
Raúl Jiménez at one point was the best striker in CONCACAF.
Not a player that terrorizes you.
When he had his best season at Wolves?
Not a player.
I disagree.
Not a player that terrorizes you. Not at all. Just
not now.
Not in his movement, maybe in the box, but not outside the box. Not taking players 1v1. Carlos Vela, Dos Santos.
Of course. Okay, fine.
When you have players like that,
but you're rolling back the clock.
Exactly.
A lot.
And what am I telling you? Mexico back then was the Mexico that you felt you had to play up to. This U.S. team now is the team that is the top team between the two. There's no question when you're talking about Christian Pulisic, Timothy Weah. Now you're adding Valerian Balogun to the mix. There's no fear factor for Mexico.
If you list both squads, the one player you're probably most worried about is Balogun. No.
We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him yet with this team.
And then you throw in.
You don't know what he brings.
Then you throw in Weston McKennie on set pieces, who absolutely crushes Mexico. So when I look at this Mexican side, minus Sans Chucky Lozano. So Chucky Lozano is the one that you go, oh boy,
he's a beast.
He can create on his own.
Sans without.
Sans like in French?
Yeah. What are you talking?
I had never heard that in English. Continue.
You never heard Sans?
No, I have. But
Alexis said homeostasis on this show.
Right.
Yesterday. Let us not forget.
Yo, shout out free my homie Stacy's, bro. Get out the pen, bro.
But this Mexican side, it's almost a flip-flop of the last Nations League, where Mexico came in with Tecatito Corona, who can beat anybody 1v1, and Lozano, and you felt that the U.S. team is a bunch of young players who haven't yet done it. And it was a bit, they were heavy favorites, the Mexican side. Now, the U.S. are heavy favorites, but you can never count out Mexico in this match.
They also got over a lot of hurdles, or at least milestones, let's call them that way, because they were pretty much an inexperienced squad at that point, and I think it gave them so much validity to the work that they were doing, and not only them, but Berhalter as well. And then from there, the B squad to beat Mexico at in the Gold Cup final, and then do well against them in Azteca, and then beating them in Columbus.
It's psychologically that match in the Nations League really hampered what Mexico did from that point on.
So the momentum of this rivalry is with the U.S.
And then the biggest thing is for the U.S. not underperforming at the World Cup, doing I think what was expected of them, but still people didn't have them even going that far. I think they did a positive World Cup. They had a positive World Cup performance versus Mexico that it was shambolic. Perhaps we're talking about the worst crisis in Mexican history, right? So I think that really talks about where this rivalry is at.
And Mexico needs this win so
desperate.
Bad.
I think all that context you take
and your boy Diego Coca, the manager for Mexico, needs it desperatly because he's
very
not
popular.
been.
I heard people yelling his name in the casino
at night. And so it began.
In the morning.
We're gonna break.
I think we're gonna break. That's the last one.
I'm not ready for
No
this.
chance.
No chance
I
at all.
dare you for that to be the last one. I dare you.
Whatever you want, you can
Can't
ask. It's not gonna be the last one.
Look at him. Look at him.